How's it going? My name is Jared Broxman, and I am with Montana Acting Studio and Casting, and I am an actor by trade. I've been in the film industry in Montana for over 10 years. I went down to LA, did a bunch of background work down there, got on over 20 different shows, more than that, and just been working on set and teaching how to be a background actor. And there are techniques and certain ways and things to do on set and what not to do. And that's what we're here to talk about. Background actor is basically a movable prop. That if you want to talk about pecking orders, they're basically the bottom of the totem pole. They are needed because without them, there is no. Sometimes there's not emotion and there's no movement in the background. It can really just be a stagnant scene. So being in background, you got basically two jobs. You got walking back and forth, doing a movement, or you're sitting in the background doing a movement, pantomiming and just moving your mouth like you're having conversation. And I take from back in high school, I was in a show choir. And so if you didn't know the words, but you knew the tune of the music, you'd basically just say watermelon cantaloupe while singing the song. So that way it looks like your mouth's moving, but it's just words, right? So because it's kind of funny to have try to have a silent 100% silent conversation at a table with somebody in a scene, and one person is like playing along with it, but the other person may not know that they're playing along with it. Like, wait, what did you say? It's like, and they're all like, wait, what are you saying though? It's like, okay, we're just having a make-believe conversation, so there's no need to try to understand what they're saying. And it also depends on where you're being filmed, because if you're inside a studio or a building or even out in the woods where it's really quiet and really echoey and sound can travel, it's really, you got to be like extremely quiet because they can pick up those sounds and can really ruin a scene. So yeah. All right. So this is actually something that I just dealt with on the last feature that I was filming. It's very, very important as a background actor that one, you are confirmed with your booking. Make sure you are confirmed and you have all the information that you need for the next day. Because a lot of the time, background booking is usually sometimes a couple of days, if not 24 hours in advance. It's very short notice. So always come with 2 to 3 changes of wardrobe. That's usually always required because it helps the wardrobe department. And also, unless you're like a police officer, you have a uniform that they need you to have, they'll provide that for you and usually have a fitting. But 2 to 3 outfits for wardrobe from them to choose from. No patterns, no logos, nothing busy. You don't want to take the attention off the principal actors. And then bring like a camping chair because you're going to be doing a lot of sitting and a lot of quiet entertainment, books, headphones, if you're going to be using your phone, games, whatever. But always make sure you know where you're going and that you're booked. I had somebody drive 3 hours from out of state, show up, call me at 6 o'clock that morning and saying, hey, where do I need to be and when? And I'm like, you're not confirmed, man. What happens is they toss out an availability check. They'll say, hey, are you available maybe between this day and this day? Or are you available this day at this time? And if you say yes, that's just saying, okay, cool. That's not a guaranteed booking. They're just getting the availability. So you say yes, fingers crossed you get it because it's really cool. You get it, then they send you all the information that you'll need. Location, time, wardrobe, parking, where base camp is, all the things that you'll need to know as a background actor. Follow instruction, ask questions, don't be annoying, listen to instruction, and just have a good time. If you're on time, you're late. So I say at least 15 minutes early, maybe 30 minutes, because sometimes they do have the COVID protocols. Sometimes they do rapid testing. It just depends on the project. So make sure you show up on time with all your stuff. Leave the things that you will not be using in your car, because sometimes you don't have time to go back to your car to put stuff away. So bring everything that you feel that you need to bring. a chair, 2 to 3 changes of wardrobe. Make sure you come hair and makeup ready. Guys, if you're supposed to be clean shaven, make sure you show up clean shaven. It saves time with hair and makeup. Your job is basically to save everybody time that have to deal with you, because there's other things that need to happen. So show up at least 15 minutes early to your call time. So example, 9 a.m., show up at 8:45. When you come on set, a lot of the time you can bring your phone. You can bring a source of entertainment. They do. So bring your book, bring a game, something silent. However, if they tell you that you cannot have your phone on set, or they say do not take pictures of any kind or videos, because there's things when it comes to productions that if you put out a picture or video of something behind the scenes that's part of the movie magic, part of that project's magic, part of that art's magic, you're going to be ruining it for everybody else that goes to see that show or that movie. And you don't want to be that guy, because you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that individual that, that makes a mistake. It's a lot better. It's a lot safer if you just ask the second AD or the person that's in charge of the extras, like, hey, is it okay if I just take a selfie? Or just ask them. And a lot of the time they'll let you know if you can or cannot take pictures or videos. I'm learning a lot of the time now, unless it's not like ruining the magic, if it's just like you and just, if I was just in plain day clothes as an extra, and there's just like maybe we're in the forest or the desert of Montana, and I just want to take a selfie and say, hey, I'm on set. A lot of the time, that's just, of course, just listen to instruction. But a lot of the time, you can use that. They let you do that because it's kind of already talking about the movie, talking about the project. But always ask before posting or saying anything about the projects, any details. Never bring a friend. Never bring an animal. If you're not booked, do not show up. Leave all weapons, knives, guns. If you've never done background acting, or if you've never set foot on set, most of the time it's going to be long days. And if you're outside and you're filming in the weather and you have to deal with the elements that have you take all that into consideration, things can get even more delayed, especially in Montana. We know our weather. You don't like it, wait 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes. So you always got to plan for that. As an extra, it's not a hurry up and wait. It's a wait and hurry up. So you're going to get there. And I've been on set where they haven't used me for 6 to 8 hours, literally just sitting there, taking a nap, staying where I'm supposed to be, where they tell us where our holding is, because that's where the background's chill. That's the holding. So that way, if the person that's in charge of you guys, the second AD, one of the PAs, whoever, they can come over to where you guys are supposed to be when they need you, because a lot of things happen last minute. So just prepared to be there on set for 8 hours. If they tell you we're paying you $125 for 10 hours, that means that if you are there for an hour or 10 hours, you're going to get $125 or whatever they tell you your rate is. But that means that they can hold you. You can literally be there for 10 hours and not work at all, because they might not even need you last minute. So just be patient. You're on set. You're an adult playing pretend. You're adults playing magic. You're doing art. It's fun. It's make-believe. You get to break out of your shell and be somebody that maybe you're not usually on a daily basis. It's so fun. It's an escape. And just have fun with it. It may feel weird, pantomiming and not, having a weird conversation quietly, or walking, just back and forth or doing whatever. But it's just, that's what you're there to do. That's what you're hired to do. It's not silly. That's why you're there. So have fun with it. And it's a great time. Long hours, but it's fun. It really is fun. So what to do with the camera and what to do with the principal cast. So the principals are the ones that have lines, the leads of the film or the TV show. So they are there. That is their job. They got hired. Everyone there is working, even though it's art, it's film, it's make believe. It is still a job, and we all take it serious because that's what it's about. So when you're there, follow instruction from whoever is guiding you guys. Everybody that is there, whoever's guiding you, listen to instruction. If you're say you're in the background and you can tell that you're farther away from the camera. The rule of thumb is if the camera can see you, or if you can see the camera can see you. So never stop acting. Whatever you choose to do, moving, eating, remember, you'll have to do that same thing over and over and over the exact same way. So continuity, that's another thing. But yes, same thing over and over. Never look at the camera, always be on time, which is 15 minutes early. Never bring weapons to set, never bring a friend, family member, nobody that's not confirmed booking. Never bring weapons, show up on time, bring your wardrobe, don't look at the actors, just have a good time. so much, but have a good time. So if you're interested in acting, I always tell people that get that itch, that have never acted before, that ask me, hey, how do I get representation? I like to tell people, hey, if you want to be a doctor, you don't just go to the hospital and apply to be a surgeon. You got to get your education first. You got to practice your craft. So I say, if you're wanting to get into acting, first off, be a background. Get on a set, anything, a student film, anything around a camera where you're around the creative brains that are working. So that way you feel it. Because I've been around some A-listers down in some major studios, and I almost thought about getting out of the business because they were treating it like a normal day job. And so it's like, okay, if, maybe some people, that's how it is, and they still like it. They'd rather be doing this job than that job. So just get on set to be background extra, background actor, just to try it out, get that feel. Maybe they'll spark that even more and get excited. And then you need to work on your craft. So you need to take some classes. You need to get some education, take some acting classes, take an acting workshop, private coaching. We all provide that here online. We travel around the state, so we provide that. So if you would like more information, let us know.